Each year we do an updated rundown of the cheapest places to live in the world. If you move from a country like Canada, USA, UK, or Australia to any of the countries in this list, you should be able to cut your expenses in half at the very least. Last year will go down as one of the worst years in history, with a deadly pandemic spreading quickly around the globe. The countries that did a good job of containing the virus don't want people from those nations who did a bad job in their country. As a result, international travel was on a halt and many nations closed their borders. That makes the question of the cheapest countries to live in kind of rhetorical instead of practical in some locations. But countries that are highly dependent on tourism can't stay closed forever without wrecking a big percentage of the national economy. Thus, the countries mentioned in this video are only those which have eased their restrictions or will be moving at full force in this summer. So here are 10 cheapest countries to live in 2021 that are open. Number 10. Albania. Albania is one of the few countries that never closed itself off to visitors, including Americans. You're allowed to enter, and some expats can stay for a year on a tourist visa. Albania is right across the Adriatic from southern Italy and has similar weather. It's also got a long coastline of beaches, rugged mountains for adventure, and a laid-back capital city with good internet speeds. Prices for housing is very cheap, and almost nobody is paying more than $1,000 a month for rent, even for a modern penthouse. In most categories of living expenses, Albania currently dukes it out with Bosnia and Bulgaria, which are currently closed, as the cheapest place to live in Europe. Not many people know about this country, and there aren't any big draw famous sites here, but Albania is one of the cheapest and safest places to live in the world. Number 9. Czech Republic. Although normal tourist visits are banned in Czech Republic, but the country is planning to open soon in the upcoming summer. Expats ranked Czech 7th for cost of living out of 68 countries in most recent cost of living index. The Czech Republic is among the most affordable European Union countries. For expats, the average cost of living in the Czech Republic ranges from $600 to $100 per month. This includes accommodation, public transport, meals, and culture. But keep in mind that the pandemic might have affected the living costs, availability of reasonable housing and goods, wage levels, and currency exchange rates, all of which can have a significant impact on price parity for foreign nationals. Number 8. Ecuador. When it comes to countries with low cost of living and high quality of life, Ecuador ranks high on most lists. You've got your choice of climates, nearly everything grows there, and you've got mountains and beaches to explore. There's a lot packed into this Andean nation. Most expats are lured to this country for its straightforward residency program that comes with perks for retirees, like deep discounts on flights. Since you only have to show an income of $400 per month for some residency visas, this is a favored country for those who haven't saved much for retirement or are living on Social Security. To enter the country, you need to arrive with proof of a negative COVID test taken within 3 days of arrival. Face masks are required in public, and there are capacity controls in place at businesses. Number 7. Cambodia. This is one of the cheapest places in Asia to party, eat, and relax, so you'll be eased and happy if you don't mind the heat. Most transactions are in US dollars, so currency won't be an issue in this country. To enter the country, you will need to apply for a visa in advance, since the visa on arrival option is suspended. You'll need to provide a negative test result within 72 hours of arrival in Cambodia. Expats also need to pay a deposit of $2,000 upon arrival to cover COVID testing and potential treatment, spend $90 on a 20-day local health insurance package, and quarantine for 2 weeks on top of all that. The cost of living in Cambodia may be one of the lowest in the world, but the quality and standard of living remains extremely high, leading to more retirees and expats choosing to make this country their home each year. Number 6. Morocco. This country is the best overall value in Africa, and with some of the best infrastructure on the continent, Morocco is the place to get exotic without paying a fortune. Moroccans are known for their hospitality and for warmly welcoming visitors. They are grateful and happy when visitors come to experience the traditions, cuisine, and history. The amount of money you'll spend here depends on the city you live in. There are many poor people in this country, and the standard of living is generally low. Average salary is less than $400, but prices are normally high in tourist areas. To enter the country, you need to arrive with a COVID test taken within 72 hours of departure and follow the mandatory mask rules. Be advised that English is often third or fourth on the list of languages, though even in the tourism sector. Number 5. Portugal. Portugal is planning to open in early summer, however, expats must present a negative test carried out within 72 hours before departure time. Portugal offers arguably the lowest cost of living in Western Europe. Just about everything from accommodation to groceries is affordable. A couple can live comfortably, but not lavishly, in Portugal on $1,700 per month. If you want to live in Lisbon or Porto, you should bump that number up to $2,500 or more. The Portuguese people are warm, friendly, and greet everyone. Since English is taught in the schools, many Portuguese speak some English, which makes expats here a little easier. Number 4. Thailand. Thailand is no longer a great bargain compared to other countries in Southeast Asia, but most of those others aren't open right now, and Thailand certainly has a lot going for it that keeps it high on the expat list. This has long been a digital nomad hotspot, especially in Chiang Mai, but there are at least 20 other places you could choose to live, from bustling Bangkok to cheap island beaches. You should expect to live in Thailand on a budget of at least $1,500 per month, with $2,000 being a more reasonable benchmark. Moving to Thailand right now is not going to be easy. The good news is you can stay for up to 1 year in the country, which is a huge improvement over the former restrictions. Number 3. Mexico. Mexico has been a retirement haven for residents of its North American neighbors to the north for a decade now. More than 1 million Americans and 500,000 Canadians call the country home today, living there either full-time or part of the year. The income required here to get residency used to be prohibitively high for some retirees, but a change this year brought that down a fair bit, now under $1,500 per month. That makes your transition to a new life in Mexico all that much easier. Plus, because Mexico is so large, it has a great diversity of climates, landscapes, and lifestyles. With so many locations to choose from, there really is something for everybody in Mexico. Number 2. Guatemala. Right below Mexico in Central America, Guatemala is also a relatively short flight hop away. Rentals for one-bedroom furnished apartments in town start around $300 a month. A one-bedroom apartment with parking near international restaurants and other local amenities is renting for $350 a month, including internet, cable TV, and all utilities. In the past, Guatemala endured a violent civil war and may not have been a safe place to visit. But today, this country is heavily protected by police and a safe place. Most expats own their own property in the country, preferably by the beach. Residential property near the beach is priced around $150,000. Number 1. Georgia. The country of Georgia is a new addition to a better life for half the price, and the capital of Tbilisi has become somewhat of a hotspot for remote workers and digital nomads the past couple of years. Besides great wine, food, the Black Sea coast, and mountain hikes, you've got the most friendly visa policy in the world. Citizens of more than 90 countries can stay for a year with just a tourist visa secured on arrival. The country has even taken it a step further, issuing residency visas to foreigners who can show steady income from their online business or remote freelancing. The country has been on again, off again in terms of allowing entry to foreigners, and it's not open to travelers right now, but it's planning to open again in early summer. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more amazing content.